My background is SME and micro businesses, and I had been part of a management team that had grown a business for 10 years before coming here to Lancaster when the company was sold. One of the things that I wanted to sample was working in a corporate environment, because I hadn't done that. So that was one of the drivers. The other side of it is that I was very aware that the whole debate around renewable energy was something that would be of value to me in related business at a later date. So there was a duality of benefit there, which is why, whilst there were some other very interesting projects that we could have gone for, the BASF one was the one that fitted best for me. I worked for their UK head office in Cheadle, just outside Manchester. And what I was effectively doing was they had identified the opportunity to move into the biofuels sector. As a chemical firm, it's an obvious market opportunity for them. And what they wanted to see was across their different business units, of which there are 87 in the organisations, where they could add value, create opportunities through the analysis of competencies. What they did in the business that was good from an organisational perspective and from a resource perspective. BASF work on a strategic timetable of 3 years. Now, the problem with that is that in the biofuels market, it is so fast moving at the moment. If you just look at the fuel versus food debate that's happening at the moment, it's changing daily, people's attitudes, etc., etc. So what we actually did was to look at future legislation in the UK and in the EU so that we could align the opportunity for moving into this sector in the future. Being able to go back to them and say, this is how you could use your resources, but actually what you've got to do first is to actually adjust the way in which the organisation works to take advantage of that, was I think an added advantage or an added benefit for them. I am somebody that has come to the MBA in terms of someone that's quite intuitive in terms of the way I've made decisions about business. What the MBA has done is given me the quintessential toolbox, if you like, but it's given me a rigour, it's given me a due diligence, and I resorted to using that in BASF very, very quickly. It helped me to put a structure behind what I was actually doing. The MBA gives you this new approach, but you have to remember that what is making it valuable is your experience from the past. And I think you have to remember to blend that. And I think once you're here studying, it's easy to forget that or dismiss it because perhaps it's at odds with what you're actually studying or what you're doing, or because this theory says that or that theory says that. So catching that blend is something that working in practice in the corporation I've come to realise is a very important part of delivering the output from the MBA going forward.